So I've been doing some thinking. Too much thinking. This is the longest I've sat in my car before pressing record since day one. I don't know why, but I caught myself. Well, let's call it, I caught my defense mechanism working. Because I put up the phone, think for a bit what to say, and then I take my phone in my hand and just fucking start scrolling TikTok. And it's just the defense mechanism that kind of turns off your brain, just starts doing what's, how do you say it? I don't know the word in English. Poznato. What's known. What you're comfortable with. It doesn't want to put you in discomfort or unknown situations. Unknown. But yeah. Every time what I've been thinking about is every time that I was at my lowest and I felt the most depressed, so to say, the worst is when I didn't do anything to improve myself or was being complacent. Because what happens to water when it's complacent? For example, those big lakes that have no inflow or outflow, just those brain-eating amoebas spawn in, and all of bacteria, they start shrinking and eventually they evaporate. And that's what happens to us too. Wait, I forgot to do my intro. Hi, my name is Sebastian, and this is day 11 of talking every day for at least 60 seconds with no edits or retakes. And that's it. So yeah, that's what happens to us. When I was at my most depressed in high school, I felt the shyest, was going out the least with people. And how I turned that around is, well, first I fucked up my wrist, so I had to go to a chiropractor, which is my now current mentor. And I went to him and he asked, what do you do? Like, do you train anything? What would you like to do in life? Like, I train tennis. And he's like, wouldn't it be nice to like travel the world playing tennis, be in tournaments and stuff? I was like, of course it would be nice. And he said, well, why don't you start training more then? And then I just started training more. I found a new, better trainer. Trained 3 or 4 times per week with him, and 2 with my old trainer, because I've grown fond of him. I liked him. I didn't want to leave him. But then I started doing strength and conditioning trainings, and then again I was supposed to make a move to go do strength and conditioning trainings with a professional coach that trains like state athletes and stuff. And I was really, really insecure about that. It didn't feel worthy enough. I was like, I gotta get stronger to be able to go there. And my chiropractor or mentor was saying, well, you're gonna get stronger anyways once you start going there even faster. So I was pushing it off for a while. And I finally decided to go. I was like, okay, we can make this happen. And then literally right that second, my mentor took the phone and called the conditioning coach. I was like, what the fuck? Why are you calling him right now? I didn't expect him to put me on the spot like that. And then I had my first training session scheduled, or training session, as some kind of testing. And I was nervous as fuck going into that. I came there I was sending messages to my mentor. He wasn't my mentor at the time, but like, where do I go? Who do I talk to? Blah blah blah. And he tells me, and I get in front, and I'm still messaging him and texting me, asking where am I supposed to go, and he doesn't respond. So I awkwardly woke up and asked where the counter is. And like, counter? You mean that right there? So I awkwardly woke. But basically, I kind of talk too much. What I want to say with this story is I started training so much, improving myself, doing something I like, that first of all, when you start doing things you like and you're bettering yourself in some way, which this was both physically and mentally after I started strength and conditioning trainings, because I'm pushing myself every training, doing something which is hard, and I want to stop, but I don't. And it's such an amazing feeling after that. I don't know, if you ever done a hard training and literally killed yourself in it, you know what I mean. If you haven't, go do it and you'll get it. Fuck. Oh yeah, so you're gonna feel better doing all that automatically. And second, if you're busy enough, you're not gonna have time to be depressed at all. But you have to be busy for at least a part of your day with stuff that you like. You can be busy doing work, but if it's a job you hate, you're gonna get drained of all your energy anyways. And after that happens, it's really, really hard to do anything afterwards for yourself because your energy's already been drained. But you gotta do that if you want to make a change in your life. Fuck, I have so much to say today, and I thought of a few different analogies for this. But yeah, I think I've been talking for too long, so I gotta end it here. Thank you for watching. See you tomorrow, and I don't know, comment if you want the different analogies. I'll just do it in a separate video, not challenge. Like, I'll still be talking wrong, but it won't be part of the challenge. Anyways, see you tomorrow. God bless.